merch, new merch, new merch, new merch. Hey guy, welcome back to the abandoned dungeon I converted into an office. So today's video is about my #1 favorite Instagram page right now. It's called Remember Old Time. And in spite of the name, it's not ironic at all. It's just a page made for 60-year-olds to be reminded of old time. Now, before we start, I'm not just here to knock on boomers for engaging with nostalgia bait when literally every generation does the same thing. Hey, remember SpongeBob? Remember World War II? Remember yesterday? I just want to share what I found on here because it is the execution that makes it so hilarious. For starters, they have multiple times posted a meme that has been cropped so badly, you can't even understand what it says. There's a Twitter page that does this as a joke called Cropped Boomer Memes, and it's great. But I think I like this one better because it's not on purpose. Cropping this image to the point that "if you" is barely legible is a flawless shitpost, and they don't even realize it. Wait, what? Yes, I do. So true. I agree. Am I missing something here? You know, maybe I was wrong. Maybe this is a complete sentence. It's a picture of a Tonka truck, and they're just saying when Tonka trucks work. Maybe I'm being too harsh on these guys. All right, but let's move on to the actual memes. Now, if there's one thing Ellen DeGeneres taught me about boomers, it's how much pride they have in knowing how to do tasks that have become obsolete. One person said, "I'm gonna teach my grandchildren how to use a rotary phone?" Why? They're not gonna have one. I'm begging you, on behalf of children everywhere, please, just teach them how to do their taxes. It's the only thing they want to know. Don't buy them a watch. Their phone has the time on it. You don't need to gatekeep technology that doesn't exist anymore. I'm not gonna teach my grandchildren how to download LimeWire. Also, the other part of that meme was using a TV with no remote. You taught your kids not to use the remote? Oh my god, and cursive. These people are obsessed with cursive. Should kids still be taught cursive? Sure, whatever. But not so they can read documents like the Constitution and stuff. Do you think no one has ever, typed out the Constitution online? You could probably listen to it if you wanted. Do you think the only way to read it is by having the original document in your hand, which I assume is kept at Nicolas Cage's house? I refuse to argue with anyone born after 1995. Y'all can't even write in cursive. Someone said, y'all can't even switch the TV to HDMI 2. But besides cursive and being able to tell time on a regular clock, the other thing they take a lot of pride in is how well-mannered they are. Who still says excuse me or pardon me when walking in front of someone? I always do. That's the way I was taught growing up. It's called manners, something that no longer exists. People who were raised right. Like me. I do. I was raised that way. I was raised with manners. Great. You guys are so polite. Thank you for telling me how polite you are. Which is also something they hate. I hate when people try to praise themselves for doing a good deed. We understand you helped an old lady cross the street, but does everyone need to thank you for it? Are there any females left that'll say thank you when someone holds the door open for you? Can't you just be a silent hero? You cancel out your good deed by bragging, which is something I would never do. Call me old-fashioned, but I miss clean shows like Andy Griffith. It's called a joke. We used to tell them before people became offended by everything. I might be old, but I miss wholesome shows like this. To all of you offended, you wouldn't have made it through an episode of me without having a meltdown. Call me moral, but I miss clean shows. To the good old days when we could make fun of each other without everyone getting their panties in a bunch. Oh my god, which is it? You can't have both. You can't say, oh, these damn liberals get offended by everything now. They wouldn't have lasted 5 minutes back in my day, when shows were wholesome and everyone was nice to each other. What I've learned from this page is that boomers love to have their cake and eat it too. They'll refer to anyone under the age of 30 as being a part of the me generation, because of all the selfies. Not that they do that, They don't have 7,000 Instagram posts or take 4 selfies a day that all look the same. That's just the teens. To be fair, I am technically taking hundreds of selfies every minute as we speak, but that's not the point. I just love the hypocrisy of it. Young people today are so narcissistic. Not like us, who are better at everything. We had the best music, the best cars, the best soda, and the most happiness. And now, because we're better than you, we're gonna hoard all of the money, all of the land, and you'll never be able to buy a house, you selfish millennial. If you had a pair of these, you old. One of the things I realized is a lot of these people don't necessarily miss a specific time period so much as they miss being the age they were then. Like, you can still sit outside or eat a hot dog sandwich. Those aren't exclusive to one decade. Back in the day, would this have been you? Yeah, I used to sit in the dirt. Used to eat the dirt too. Did not taste good. But I always went back for more. When I was a kid, we didn't have bottled water. We had a garden hose. Don't mess with me. I'm a wooden spoon, lead paint, no car seat, no bike helmet, pickup bed riding, garden hose drinking survivor. And then someone copied that and put it on a different picture of two children drinking out the hose. I don't know, it's just a funny thing to be so proud of, to self-identify as a hose drinker. It inspired me to make my own meme. I think that would fit in perfectly on this page. I've noticed that they seem to blame a lot of their frustrations on the passage of time. I wish a lot of the younger people would experience a Christmas from the 70s and 80s. The department stores, the amazing decoration, the downtown shopping. It was really magical. It was such a special time. This was back when Christmas meant something and was fun. Yeah, because you were a kid. The only thing that's changed since then is you got older. Now, instead of waking up to a bunch of free toys in your living room, you have to buy people presents. And it's stressful. You can still enjoy it if you want, but it sounds like you'd prefer not to. When I was a kid, this is how Christmas trees look. Who remembers old-fashioned Christmas trees like this one? Who remembers trees like this? Nothing and no one is stopping you from decorating your trees in exactly the same way. Oh, Christmas used to be so magical before the government banned tinsel. Also, the thing you miss about Christmas in the 70s was the department stores. You can still go to the mall in December. Guess what? It's packed. The spirit of Christmas is still alive in Dillard's. You know, I'm starting to realize that I think the thing they actually miss is just a time when there were less people. I guess I can't blame them for that. Now, if for whatever reason you do make the mistake of following this page, one of the first things you'll notice is how relentlessly they post. They are so dedicated to quantity that half the memes at this point are just, hey, remember this? Remember this? Who this old? I'd love to see a look into their creative process, but I have a feeling I already know what it is. Some of these, though, I don't think they realize aren't as old as they thought. Do you remember playing this game? Monopoly? The most popular board game ever made? No, I don't remember. Does anyone remember Batman and Robin, Superman and Wonder Woman? Yeah, it's a shame they took such great characters and stopped making movies about them in the 1940s. Just dusty old relics of the past. Who remembers grilled cheese sandwiches and tomato soup as a kid? We still eat this. How does it taste? Still love it. How does it taste? Please! Someone please tell me how this tastes! You know, I love that even though it seems like they're making all these memes themselves because of the consistent font throughout, they're all so perfectly low res. It's like they run them through a VCR before exporting. Did your house look like this too? Did I have a TV and a window? You bet I did. Sometimes it really does seem like they were too busy to come up with something, so they'll just be like, this is a half slip, I believe? Yeah, it says it right there, half slip. Did any of you ladies wear one of these? Is this something you wore? I don't know, man. You tell me. It's your meme. Okay, so I guess a slip is like big underwear that goes under a dress so no one can see your butthole. And oh boy, these commenters are horrified at the fact that most people don't wear them anymore. Wait, what do women wear under dresses now? Nothing. And you can see right through to their underwear. No, you can't. And if it bothers you so much, then look somewhere else. No one is forcing you to stare at their ass. Women have absolutely gotten away from wearing any undergarments that their mothers or grandmothers wore. Hey, Grandma. Can I borrow your underwear? Not much from what I've seen. Advertising their wares. Nowadays, they don't even wear panties. Let the breeze flow through and ventilate the monkey. The great irony here, though, is that while a lot of these people are whining about how women go outside without covering every inch of their body. This page is often flooded with comments from what appear to be sex bots. And then the same men who complain about the way women dress will fall hook, line, and sinker for a profile picture of a butt. Society is falling apart. No one even wears pantyhose anymore. Ooh, a butt. But it wouldn't be an Instagram page if it wasn't filled with horny middle-aged men trying to hit on every woman they see. This was Google when I was a kid. Yeah. Hello, how are you doing today? Inbox me. Nice picture. You have a lovely smile. Would be glad if we can be friends. Greetings, how you doing? Hope you don't mind. Just want to be a friend to you. This old? Okay, but without a doubt, their favorite post of all time, because they've posted it like 7 times already, is this one. In the 50s, no Botox, no ripped jeans, no silicone, just grace and elegance. Holy shit. The top comment on here is, those were the good days when ladies respected themselves. Ugh, I miss when women had self-respect. Back when they wore everything their husbands told them to and would have been shot dead if they put on jeans. Not like today's girls who wear t-shirts sometimes. Someone said no filters. No filter. The photo's in black and white. That was photography's first filter. But the theme here is definitely that people don't respect themselves anymore because they dress more comfortably. I feel like if anything, the opposite would be true. Doesn't it take more self-confidence to dress however you want and not care about what people think? Leave it to a bunch of dinosaurs to hold dear all of the worst traditions of the past. And this is, unfortunately, the thorny dark side of remember old times. Because for every remember the guy, there's glimpses into some truly unhinged logic. When I was a kid, they didn't call it behavioral disorders. They called it being a little brat. Okay. I'm so lucky I got to grow up in a time before empathy was invented. Our parents would just smack the shit out of us until we were so scared of them we never talked again. Got smacked a lot, and proud of it. This is obviously a tricky subject because there are a lot of parents who don't seem to discipline their children and do raise them to just be spoiled and entitled, and that's a problem in its own right. My parents raised me to believe that I could do anything I put my mind to, and look at me now. A YouTuber. But some of these commenters are a little too excited to chime in here. And back then, we got spankings for being a little brat. There were no CPS workers to come to your house. Oh my God, are you anti-child protective services? Like, yeah, you should be able to discipline your child, but also, you do have to draw a line somewhere. And for all these people who are like, nah, what happens at home stays at home, is terrifying to hear. But really, you just have to love the dichotomy of a group of people going, my mama raised me right. We were taught about a little thing called manners, which unfortunately aren't too common these days. Dad, can I play Xbox? Oh my God, shut the fuck up. I always hold the door open for people. And I like to say excuse me and thank you. And I also miss when TV was racist. And ultimately, I think that's why it's time to unfollow this account. It's time to say goodbye. Oh wait, this one's actually kind of cute. My grandmother always said, don't interfere with things that are none of your business. Do not open the fridge in someone else's home. Seriously, don't look in the fridge. Stop asking about the fridge, there's nothing in there. The fridge smells bad because of old vegetables or something like that. It's none of your business. Grandpa's fine. He's just at the store right now. I told you Grandpa's not here. He's at the shirt store. I mean, the pants store. I mean, Wendy's. Why don't you shut up already about the damn fridge? Get away from there. Don't you dare open that. Oh no, it's not what it looks like. Okay, maybe it is. I killed Grandpa. Big stinking deal, we all make mistakes. You're not perfect either, Mr. C on your math test. What, it was an A-. All right, maybe you are perfect. Let's celebrate. Who's hungry? Grandpa's for dinner. Ew! Oh, hey, it didn't break. Probably because I use a Rhino Shield phone case. Hi, I'm a spunky teen, which means I spend all day and night on my cell phone. This is my prized possession and my oldest friend. And that's why I protect it with the best phone case money can buy. These things are insanely protective. I even did the slam dunk test, and it passed with flying colors. But don't worry, this isn't 2011 anymore when a good case meant covering your phone with a bulky hunk of ugly plastic. Rhino Shield cases are sleek and stylish, and there are so many sick designs to choose from independent artists, or their collaborations with brands like League of Legends, NASA, Pac-Man. And then you can customize even further with their modular cases, so you can mix and match the bumper and the backplate. Like today I woke woke up and decided I don't like the color blue anymore. But I still like NASA. It's my favorite 4-letter word. So you know what? I'm just gonna pop this off and swap it for white. Or, I don't know, yellow. Don't ask me where I just pulled those from, it's none of your business. In addition to all that, they've got cases for your Apple Watch, your AirPods, the lens on the back of your phone. This thing is like your phone's eyeball. Don't let your phone get poked in the eye, give it glasses. And for full protection, they also have a 3D impact screen protector for the front of your phone, which is the most fun part. This is the part you use to play Temple Run and FaceTime your dog. So stop worrying about it shattering into a million pieces. Or even 2 pieces, honestly, would be bad. Any number of pieces that's more than 1. And guess what? If you click the link in the description and use my promo code DREW, you'll get 20% off your new Rhino Shield phone case for the next week, or 10% off anytime after that. They'll ship anywhere in the world, they've got a lifetime replacement warranty, and they already have cases for the new iPhone. I didn't even know there was a new iPhone. I gotta start watching the news. Anyway, thank you so much to Rhino Shield for sponsoring today's video. My legs hurt. I'm gonna sit back down. Thank you so much for watching this video. I would stay and chat more, but I just ordered a life-size cardboard cutout of a very famous dog, and it's supposed to get here in about 2 weeks, so I should probably go wait by the door, make sure I don't miss it. In the meantime, my evil twin cousin will be taking over the channel, so if you don't like any of my videos from now on, it's not my fault, it's my cousin. So, blame him. Anyway, gotta go set up a toilet on my front porch, so see you next time.